What's going on, y'all? Is global entry worth it? Yes. Stick around to find out why. There we go. Welcome back. It's your boy Timus
and Marie.
Welcome to M&T Travels, y'all. So, the reason why I'm wearing this hat right here is because somebody just got back from Canada.
I went to Montreal, Quebec, Canada to visit my dad and my stepmom.
Oh, that's pretty cool. So,
went for 5 days.
Yeah, 5 days. Canada's an amazing country, but this video is not going to be about Canada per se. It's going to be about how to get through customs right now. So you flew out of what, Dulles?
I flew out of Dulles Airport, IAD, and flew, well, I had a layover in Toronto, and then I think that's YTZ, and then went to Trudeau Airport in Montreal, and that is Yule.
Yule?
Yeah.
Yo,
all of the Canadian airports, they all have like a Y in front of them. There's like YTZ for Toronto, and then YUL, but I don't know why it's YUL, because it's Trudeau's airport.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Trudeau's father got an airport already? Jeez. That was kind of quick. Alright.
It's been like that, though.
Yeah, but like, the dude ain't been, I didn't think it was that long like that. Okay, got you. Hey, man. What I know. Got you. Alright, cool. So, what's it like to get up there right now?
So you can go for travel, you can go for leisure now. For a while they had the border closed to anyone for unnecessary travels. Mm-hmm. You can now go for whatever reason you want to. You can go for tourism. When you go, they've made a few changes. So if you're fully vaccinated, you do not have to be tested to go into Canada. Fully vaccinated being 2 COVID vaccines. They don't count the booster quite yet. If you are not vaccinated, you'll have to check the website. They have a lot of specifications for if you have 1 vaccine or no vaccines, or how old you are, if you have an exemption. They have all sorts of rules and stipulations that you can take a look at the Canadian government website. If you are fully vaccinated, there's no COVID test. They used to have randomized mandatory testing, so if you're going through customs, they could just pull you aside real quick and say, hey, you got to take a mandatory test, and you'd have to comply or you'll be refused entry. Right now they have that suspended, but I was hearing that they were going to bring that back. Not sure if that will come back or not.
Okay.
The other change, last time I was up there was 3 years ago. So within 3 years, they've also made the declaration card that you fill out before you go through Canadian customs. It is now in an app called e-declaration, has Canada on the front of the app, and you fill it out and it gives you a QR code, and then when you pull up to your scanner to scan your passport and all that, you don't have to do all that. Everything's already plugged up into your e-declaration, and you scan your QR code at the reader and it pulls up your finished declaration and makes you go faster through customs.
Okay, alright. So, all in all, like, how long does it take to get through Canadian customs?
Well, our flight was the only one that was in line at the time, and we went through at Toronto. So, it really only took, and I was at the end of the line, maybe 20 minutes total.
Oh, okay.
So, not bad. I was at the end of the line. I was the last person. Okay. So, it wasn't bad.
Got you. So, 20 minutes to get through, boom, 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 go, come, enjoy your family, ta-da. Now, here's what we're going to talk about, which is in the title of this video as well. Coming back. How long, like, what's the process of coming back from Canada, first and foremost?
Coming back, so because I have a first layover, I came back the same way that I went. So I went from Montreal to Toronto back to Dulles. The flight to Toronto, it's like any other regular flight. You just have to show your passport at the front desk if you did an online check-in, which I did. So once you get to your gate, check in with an airline agent so they can verify your identity. That's for any of these flights. But then you get to Toronto and then you're waiting at your gate, regular flight. For coming back into the US, you have to go through customs here. So whereas when I was leaving the U.S. to go to Canada, Canadian customs are in Canada, U.S. customs are here. It's at the end instead of being at the beginning of your travels. Does that make sense?
Yeah, same thing. So when you get here, you do customs.
Yeah.
You do customs in whatever country you're in. Yeah, got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's weird because when you go there, customs is like the first thing you do, whereas coming back, customs is the very last thing you do. So I was going through customs to get back here at 9 p.m.
Got you.
So yeah, at Dulles, customs, really long line. Really long line. And the line for, you know, citizens and permanent residents and all that for the U.S. was longer than the visitors line. And our line took, I want to say it took me 45 minutes to an hour to get through that.
Jeez.
It took a really long time.
Okay.
We don't have a declaration thing like Canada does. We just, you get in line, you go to your agent at the kiosk.
Just always asking.
And then they're asking a couple questions.
Got you.
Yeah.
Alright. Question. Did you see the global entry people go? Or did you see them going to their online?
They have a separate line. No one had global entry, and there were a lot of people making comments like, oh, like we should have got the global entry. And every time that I go through customs at Dulles, I always want to have the global entry. I've never done it, but they have their own separate kiosk that you go, you scan your passport, and you cut the whole front of the line.
Jeez. Gotcha, man.
It's the same one that all the crew members have to go through, like all the airline crew. So for them, everything's easy. They're done. Like you see your flight attendant and your pilot, and they're with their stuff, and they whoop whoop whoop, and they're done. And then we have to wait in an hour-long line.
Jeez.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. So for global entry, for y'all to know, what this is very similar to TSA pre-check, but think about pre-check with customs at that point. So what it's gonna do is that everyone else post 9/11 is considered a something. You're not a threat, but you're not an asset either. You're just a something. You go through these lines, ask these questions, dog sniffing around. They do the whole thing, you know, all that security theater that they do. Great. Get it done. But the problem with that is there's like 2 to 3 customs agents at a time for multiple flights. And then it's like, again, these are government employees. If you looked at my passport video, same thing applies here. These people have a job to do. They're not out to get you, but they have a job to do. Are they going to do it in the most, you know, effective and efficient time? No. Like, no. They're going to get this done as they get it done. Now, of course, it's not going to be too egregious, so you're not going to be in line 10, 12 hours, but there's no rush on it, though. Like, if it is a 4-hour wait, which I've been in a 4-hour wait before coming back on the flight, like, yeah, bro, like, y'all just all got here at the same time. Figure it out. But for $100 for 5 years, you get TSA pre-check and global entry to get into the country. And like she said, that line right there, you just will go through, probably through in around 5 to 6 minutes, if that. At that point, I mean, that's only like it's a whole bunch of crew lined up to get that thing right there. Now, to get global entry.
Oh, it's separate.
Yeah.
So crew has their own kiosk, but it's in the global entry section. It's the same machine. But global entry, you have your own. It's not even the ones that the crew use. So you could walk right up.
Look at that. Look at that. Bam.
You don't even have to wait for crew.
Bam. So, $100 to do this, right? The process of what we're looking at right now, again, go online. Put the link right here for it. It's going to be down below in the description as well. Go there. It's going to ask you to make an appointment first. I know this process for your appointment is very different from your passport. For your passport, you go to the post office, usually like a passport center, fill it out there, unless you need it in 1 day, which you can have a video on that. If you need your passport in 1 day, plug that down below too. But global entry, there's no 1 day process for this. This is a luxury. It's not a necessity. Okay, so there's no 1 day process for this. But anyway, you do that, you make your appointment. Your appointment will be with an actual customs agent. And not just the regular people that just be at your customs gate, but it's some people that got that thing on them. Alright? Like they got that thing on them and you go to their office when you got to your interview. They're going to go through your background, make sure everything checks out. And then from there, they do a very thorough check of your background, an international check of your background. Global entry does not take weeks. This takes months. At the current time of this video right now, current turnaround time is around 7 to 8 months on global entry, just a heads up. So this is not something that you're going to look forward to when you're, you know, when y'all try going y'all dirty 30 down in November, December this year. Like, nah. Like, if y'all trying to go out the country with this, like I said, make sure you're planning it 2023 and beyond here. Alright, it ain't going to be good for that. But like I said, when you come back, though, man, you in and out. In and out, man. It's all good. It's all good. So, just to let y'all know, what do you think about global entry, baby?
Oh, I think we need it. We're currently in the process of getting it.
Okay. Alright. So, there y'all have it, man. If you want global entry, this is the reason to get it. Again, you're not going to wait an hour in line for one flight to Canada. It was an hour. Come on. Like, for one flight to Canada, it's an hour. Imagine when you get back from China. Imagine when you get back from Italy. Those bigger flights where you got 300-400 people on a plane.
Mm-hmm.
Like
double-decker planes.
Yeah. Like, imagine those. By the way, when you back in the customs place, some of them got restrooms, but they ain't like, it's not made for you to be comfortable in there, bro. Like, ain't no seats, no nothing, bro. Y'all just standing around trying to get through this joint,
no,
bro.
they do have a bathroom. Like, all the customs checkpoints I've been through, they do have a bathroom. It is before you get in line. So if you gotta go, use that bathroom.
Exactly. So for y'all who doing the first time international travel, this is one thing y'all should, you know, make sure you got to get. Like, for $100, 5 years gets you through the line.
Straight through.
Well, hey, man, if y'all like this so far, just make sure y'all like the video. Leave a comment about what more content y'all want to see, man. We here for y'all. Alright, so just make a comment about what y'all want to see. If y'all like more travel tips, please let us know. If y'all want more paperwork tips on how to make sure your travel goes smoothly, please let us know. Last but not least, baby, what they gotta do?
Subscribe.
Come on, y'all. Come on, man. Get with it or get lost. Alright, it's M&T Travels. See y'all on the next one. Peace.
Bonus tip, if you made it this far, fun fact.
What?
Canadian security, you don't gotta take your shoes off.
Wow.
Bye.
Don't know what to do with that. Gotcha.
I forgot to say that earlier.
Okay.
I thought it was fun.
Okay, God.